Bill O'Reilly is a turd. Excuse me. He brings on Charles Krathamer to basically dog out to President Obama, and Charles Krathamer basically destroyed his quote-unquote no spin. Bill O'Reilly's always spinning. I don't know what he's got against President Obama. You know, I know he's a Republican, obviously, but when Krathamer comes out there and asks him questions about Donald Trump, Bill can't answer, because Krathamer said, quite frankly, that he doesn't know what the heck Donald Trump is going to do. He talks a good game, but he never puts out anything in the way of a plan on tackling any problem. Here's the Bill O'Reilly segment with Charles Krathamer.
And that's the memo. Now for the top story tonight, reaction. Joining us in Washington, Charles Krathamer. Are you terrified like the New York Times is?
No, not really. I'm, in any way I can self-medicate if I have to. So that's not really an issue for me. Look, I think your enumeration of the things that have gone wrong, particularly abroad, are true. There is no region in the world where we are better off. Our adversaries, namely Russia, China, and worst of all Iran, which is going to go nuclear, are strengthened and our alliances are very weak. I think all of that is true. I think we do live in a new world, especially ISIS, which had been downplayed by Obama, is now spreading everywhere and kills almost everywhere. On domestic issue, I think it's a little bit different. You cited many facts, which are true, but one major fact is that the murder rate is about half of what it was 20, 25 years ago. It is historically low. So the idea that the crime is rampant, crime in the streets, people are afraid, is simply not a reflection of reality. I do think the strength of Trump, and if you look at the polls that just came out the last few days, where does he have the huge advantage? In the demographic of white, working people who have no college education. He's got an enormous advantage over Hillary there. For that population, they live in a world of anxiety, wages shrinking, jobs going away. It's been cataloged by the social scientist Charles Zabury a few years ago in a prescient book called Losing It. And in describing that population, I think Trump brilliantly reflects their anxieties and how they see the world.
Yeah, but that population is not 69% of the country. And 69% of the country, that includes liberal people, that includes Democratic people, all different people. That's an enormous amount of people saying the country's on the wrong track. I submit to you.
Bill, you know that the numbers on wrong track have been overwhelmingly negative for at least 15 years.
Not that negative.
They have been just as negative. They probably were worse in the
No, 23% is about the lowest they according to Real Clear, the lowest they've seen. But look, what I'm trying to get at is you can debate crime stats all day long. I don't disagree with you that street crime in America is down. But I will tell you this, that Hillary Clinton has to separate herself from the Obama policy machine, particularly on economics, all right, where she's going to lose to Trump. She'll lose. If she runs on Obama, on what he's done, if she tries to justify what's the chaos overseas and the economy here, she's going to lose.
Let me say this real quick. Bill O'Reilly is full of crap, okay? I would love to see what the polls said in the last year of Bush's administration when the economy was going in the toilet. If those numbers, as far as the country being on the wrong track, went significantly higher than this current poll that O'Reilly's citing, I'll eat my hat, and I don't wear one.
Well, she's not going to run on that. She's had to stay close to him in running in the primaries. This is a dilemma that every...
Yeah, that's a big dilemma for her.
It is. But look, Hubert Humphrey had that in 1968.
And look what happened to Hubert.
Al Gore in 2000.
And look what happened to Al.
It is always a challenge. Look, I'm not saying she's got necessarily a winning hand. I'm just saying there's nothing new about her challenge. And I will tell you this. If the world is so horrible as you describe it, Why is it that Obama's number is about 50%?
Because they like him as a person.
George Bush was in the low 30s at this point.
There's two reasons for that. You ask me, and I'll give you one. They like President Obama as a person because he comes across as a well-meaning man, and the press loves him, so that he gets positive press almost everywhere, and the low informational voter buys into that. But in their gut, in our gut, people know it's not going well. Now, do you believe that Donald Trump is what they call a strongman politician? That he's running on authority, I'm going to clean it up my way. Do you believe that he's a strong man?
I think he's running as a strong man. Look at what he said in his speech. Only I can fix it. He said over and over again that he's the one. He'll give you all kinds of promises. I will bring back jobs. I will do this. I will wipe out ISIS, without ever explaining how he's going to do that.
Because he doesn't want ISIS to know. He wants to surprise them.
Come on. You believe that guff?
Hey, look, I'm here to disseminate opinion and information. I just told you what his answer was, and I asked him that question 4 times.
But I wasn't asking him. I was asking you, and what you offered was a Trump spin.
Look.
Exactly. He's spinning for Trump, and Charles called him out on it. He caught him, which is refreshing.
I think this, if Donald Trump is elected president, that he will go after ISIS a lot harder than President Obama has. Do you disagree with that?
You asked me about whether he's...
Wait, do you disagree that Trump would go after ISIS harder than Obama? Yes or no?
I have absolutely no idea what he's going to do.
Come on.
Now, you remember what he just said. He has no idea, and Bill O'Reilly said, come on. Give it a couple of minutes, and Bill is going to end up saying the same thing. He has no idea what Trump's going to do.
And I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure he does. And to hear you spinning on his behalf.
Not spinning. I'm giving you my opinion. Opinions can't be spin. Spin are facts. We're both speculating about what a man would do. You know that. Spin is not an opinion. Look, maybe I wanted to know whether you believe that Donald Trump would go after terrorism, worldwide terrorism, harder than Obama, and you say you don't know?
I have absolutely no idea. Is he going to go after Russia harder than anybody else?
I don't know about Russia, but I know about terrorism.
Is he going to be tough on China? Is he going to be hard on Iran? What exactly is he going to do with Iran? You tell me.
I think he would get a very, very hawkish Pentagon and very hawkish Secretary of Defense instead.
And do what?
Don't know.
Exactly. He just admitted that he doesn't know. So Bill O'Reilly, Mr. Spin Artist, is full of shit.
Don't know.
So you don't either.
I don't know. And I don't know what Hillary Clinton's going to do, because if she's buying into President Obama's view of overseas, is that what she's buying into? That she's going to do the same thing he's doing? Is she?
Bill, you forgot the original question.
No, I didn't.
Is he running as a strongman?
Yeah, I didn't forget.
The answer is yes. When a strongman runs, he says, trust me. I'm a general, I'm a war hero, I'm a businessman. I don't have to explain how I'm going to do it. I can do it. I alone can do it.
So then it comes down to whether you, Charles Krathamer, trust Trump or trust Hillary Clinton. Who do you trust more?
Well, it's not a question of who I trust.
Sure it is. They're both asking you to vote for them in nebulous ways. Trump doesn't spell it out, and we don't know whether Hillary Clinton's going to do a third term of Obama or not.
Hillary Clinton has put out a program. You can agree with it, you can
disagree with it. How is she going to...
See, and there's Bill O'Reilly again. She has put out a program. Just go to HillaryClinton.com, and you can see the programs that she's put out. But obviously, Bill doesn't... He doesn't use the internet. That's what his staff is for, and he doesn't do any research.
To defeat ISIS, the same thing that Obama's doing. Bomb them here, make fun of them there, whatever. That's what she's going to do.
Look, you know as well as I do that Trump is running on the promise, I'm successful in business, I will be successful as president.
Right.
If you believe that, you vote for him. If you're skeptical, then you have to have second thoughts.
All right. All right. Well, I appreciate the good debate, Charles. It was very lively. You know, we just spent what?
Yeah, and guess what? Charles won.